What's up, everybody? Big 50 here. Stupid name, guess what? Still don't care. I might change my intro in the future, but until then, that's gonna be my intro. So if you guys find it annoying, just do this real quick. If you guys find it annoying, just tell me. I'll be willing to change it any day. So in today's video, I'm going to be comparing the original dropship battle pack to the 2019 version. So this is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna compare figures, the set design, the price, and yes, I will account, inflation, value. Is it worth what you're paying for? And obviously, yes, I know both of these sets are discontinued. And I will be giving my personal thoughts. So, similar to M&R, but trust me, I won't have the exact same opinions on him. I haven't actually seen his video where he does this, so it's all just my own opinion. So, let's get started. Let's start with the original. Obviously, these are both battle packs, so they both have 4 figures. And, obviously, times have changed. These are the oldest version of the Stormies. These are the newest version and whatnot. So, first up, we have our Shadow Trooper. I put a head on him, but I do actually have 2 of them, but he does come like this, with just a black head. Same with all the other stormtroopers. They all have just black heads. This is before Lego made the balaclava head for the stormtroopers, and then the angry clone head. And then now they use whatever head they want. These are the original design of the stormtroopers. I actually really like these designs. I think they're really cool. And just something to point out, this is actually a misprint. As you can see there, the dots are not lined up like they're supposed to be here. Anyways, I just want to point that out real quick. Like what I was saying, I like the original design. The back printing is all the same for each of them. I think the only difference is this guy is different colors and he's printed on a black body, which is really cool for, I think Shadow Troopers are really cool and I wish they would come back as well. I think the last time we saw them was 2015 Battlefront 2. Yep, those are all the figures. I apologize for the inconvenience there. But anyways, what was I saying? No leg or arm printing, because this is before Lego really did that. They did it on occasion, but it is not common for these battle packs. There we go. Now we're going on to the new 2019 version, the newer version. I like the torso print. I like the leg print. I like the back print. This is what I have a problem with. This stupid helmet design. I hate this helmet. That is my personal opinion. I think most people can agree. These helmets are not that good. You can't turn the head at all. You can't turn the helmet. They look just silly. I mean, this is the original helmet. It can turn just fine. And it looks fine. This one just looks goofy. It just looks weird. And yeah, it's got some back head printing on the helmet, but I don't know. The helmet itself is bad. I'm gonna go off topic, go into a little personal opinion, but this is probably my favorite Stormtrooper design, and I wish Lego kept it like this and not move on to these stupid helmets. So that's just my opinion. If you like the helmets, good for you. Everyone has their own opinion, but that's just gonna be mine. So anyways, back on topic. This is the Shadow Trooper. It's the exact same thing with the original one. Same print, just different coloring on black torso. And they all have the angry clone head. Yeah, all these minifigures have the angry clone head. All of these have just the plain black head. Which I guess you get a point for angry clone head, but minus 1 point for it being the angry clone head. So I guess it just cancels out. Alright, next topic, the set design. This one might be a little bit dusty, and I apologize, but we're going to be going over set design. So, we're going to first look at the ship and not the carriage. We're just going to move those off to the side, angle the camera down a little bit. Just the ship, alright? Let's first look at the original. Pick my camera up. I think it's got a really nice design. This is how ships were designed. So the TIE fighters, they all had this blue. It's like kind of medium blue, I guess. It's got black and gray highlights. This cockpit, one thing I don't like, put my stick back out. The thing I don't like about this cockpit is exactly that. It pops off all the time, and then if it pops off, it's back heavy, so you gotta put it back on to really even out the weight. Hold on. So that is definitely minus 1 point for the cockpit, because it just pops off all the time, and if it's off, it definitely messes with the weight. One thing I do like, this guy's got the little plasters, but one thing I do like is the shape of it. I really like the shape. I think it's a very nice sort of shape to it. It looks nice. It's just that cockpit, and also these things sticking out really just suck. They really, really just suck. So that's another minus 1 point for it. The little wings, I think they look fine. There's nothing wrong with them. The mechanism looks fine. So that is another point for the original. Load up the 2019. As you can tell, this cockpit is way better. It doesn't pop off like the other one. This part of it, I like the wing design. I like the darker blue and the gray and the black really all come together. So that's definitely going to be a +2 for this. There's no exposed kind of parts like this one. You know, it's not really back heavy, I don't think, because if I remove the cockpit, as you can see, it's not falling over. So it's not really too back heavy unlike the other one. It's got a really nice shape as well to it. I like the shape. I like the shape of it, so that's another point for the nicer shape. The color scheme is a little bit better in my opinion, and it just overall looks nice. Now we're going to look at the carriages. I want to look at these separately because they're very different. This one can fit all 4 minifigures that come with the set. You get them here. If you put them all on there, it can fit all 4. Just like that. This one, if you wanted to fit more than 3, you can't, because it's built specifically for just these 3 spots. I mean, you could technically put a dude right there, kind of. Just move him. And no, you can't. You can't even put a guy over here unless you do it like that. That just doesn't look right, and I don't even know if it'll fit. No, I guess he does. Anyways, that is definitely just I don't know. I don't like how it can only fit 3. I get it, you only get 3 in the set, but still, I think they should have made the platform a little bit wider. So in my opinion, that's -1 point for the new one, and +1 for the original. I don't know, I just prefer the carriage being able to fit 4 and 3 just for that capacity. If you put both of them together, you can only have 7 instead of 8 troops. Now you can put the shadow trooper there, the other one in here. Then pop off. So now we're gonna see which one looks better with the carriage inside of it. So as you can see, it's got this thing sticking out and it fits in with this carriage. So it fits together properly. This one, I think we have to angle this down. Yeah. Well, right there. Only have one arm for this at some point. Here. This one, the carriage fits in there as well. It's just flat, as you can see. I mean, there's a little bit of space there. There's a little bit of space there, but I don't really think that's big of a deal. I think it looks better. This one also has a space. So this is how they look with figures and carriages. Obviously, there's that one empty spot for another figure if you have it, which I think is nice. Let's move this apart a little bit. Here's the front. Okay. What it looks like from the back. This guy's just sticking out back there by himself. But in the ways of how they look, I think they both deserve a point here. I think they both look nice with the carriage. And I do believe they both deserve a point. Now if we pick them up, this one, shake it around, it's secure in there. Like, it will not fall out. This one will not fall out, but okay, I just proved myself wrong. Let's see, let's try that again. Okay, it's in there. Alright, there we go. So you can see my finger's not on there, but now it is. This wobbles. This wobbles a lot. So if you pick this up, it is going to wobble, and I think that is definitely -1 point for the original. Also, one thing I've noticed, that on both the original and the new one, the 2019 one, they both have the same build, the same pieces. Oh no, I just noticed that. So, I put the totals together. And there we go. Now, we're gonna go to price and then value. Now, before I continue, I do want to say, yes, inflation is a thing. And I'm aware of that. And also, the 2019 version came with an exclusive Han Solo minifigure. So that jumped the price up over normal battle pack standards. Now, that being said, I also have the Han Solo minifigure right here. That being said, I'm going to take that into combination that this, because it was the 20th anniversary line, sets were generally more expensive than they usually are because they have an extra minifigure, 20-year anniversary Han Solo. So, this one is $10. This one is $20. Now with inflation, I'd say this would be about $15 or $16 in today's money. But in 2008 or 7, when this came out, no, I think it was 2008. When this came out, it was $10. Same with the original Clone and Droid Battle Pack. They got to $12 around 2010, 2009, I believe. Yes. So, this would be about $15 in today's money. This would be about $20 with the extra Han Solo. Now, with that being said, I will admit, a lot of people were afraid that when this set came out, battle packs were going to be $20. Personally, I thought that it was just because of the extra Han Solo, and I still have that opinion on it. I do. I still believe that, it was only $5 extra because of this Han Solo, and I'm pretty sure that is the factual thing, right? So, which would be better priced? I would say that it'd be the 2019 one, because it has an extra exclusive minifigure, which, I probably won't keep this in my personal, and most people might sell theirs. That may be what I do with mine, but I do think it adds collectability to Lego Star Wars, even more collectability, really, with this figure. And I think that's just better bang for your buck. Paying the extra $5 for, an exclusive minifigure, which with an exclusive printed stand here, which I think is a pretty good deal. So that's definitely going to be +2 for that, and then +1 for this just being an overall pretty good value or price. Now I'm going to talk about value, because I feel like there are two different categories. Prices, how much it costs, values, what it's worth, right? So what are these sets worth? I'd say that they're worth about the same. And yes, maybe the extra value with this minifigure. But if we're just talking about the builds, if this wasn't a 20-year anniversary set, and this set was just my pen was in my finger. If this set was just the way it was, and say it was $15 in this one, which one is valued better? I'd say that would be a very tough question, because obviously the times have changed. Printing is better. Building technique has been more advanced, and obviously times have changed, right? But I'd say if these were both the same price and it came with all the figures, I'd go for this one. As much as I prefer the build, parts of the build for this, not all of it, parts of the build for this, I would personally pay for this instead. I think it's just got a better value. Right, so that's a +2 for the original, and +1 for 2019. And I do want to give an extra point. 2019, I prefer these original Stormtroopers, and especially Shadow Trooper, are valued more, I think, than these if they were, in the same set. I think these figures right here would be more valuable than these. So that's an extra +1 for the original. And I will give another +1 to the 2019 for having a more valuable build, I guess. Now, on to my personal opinion. For this, I'm going to take away the equation, or the circumstance of the Han Solo here. Alright? Let's just ignore the Han Solo, okay? He doesn't matter right now. If I'm just talking about these two sets and these two builds, what's my personal opinion? And I've already gave you mine on the figures, so I won't do that again. But on the overall set, I like this build, and I like the minifigures. I like this build, part of the build, but not the minifigures. And it's not because the minifigure is bad, it's just these helmets are so bad that it really just turns me off from buying this. Like, it's a really turn away. Like, if I were to choose between the original... Oop, that popped off. If I were to choose between these two, I would, in a heartbeat, go for this one. And it's not for nostalgia. It's just, in my opinion, it's a better design. Maybe give them some leg printing, updated printing, which would actually be this figure right here. I'd go for it any day. Any day. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. So that's going to be +2 for that. +1. Extra points for this set for having a better ship design. It definitely has a better ship, in my opinion. And this has a better carriage. Now, you may be thinking, but big, this whole carriage. Let's just take the figures off real quick. It's quite literally just some pieces put together. And it doesn't even look that good. And big, this one just looks better. And yeah, you're right. You're right. It does look better. But I'd rather go for practicality than nice looking. Right? I'd rather it be more practical than it be more nice looking. Pretty doesn't always mean that it's useful. Alright? Yes, this carriage is not pretty. It's not. It's just a 2x3. What was that? A 4x6, I think. A 1x6. This stool piece. And 2 of these with a Technic pin in them. And some of these round pieces down there. And that's it. This one has all these different pieces. It's got stickers and tiles. It's got this couple Technic pieces, all this cool looking stuff. But this one is just more practical. You can fit more. And I think that's just overall better, in my opinion. So that is another point for, you know, the original. Now, this popped off and I didn't realize it. Now, the blasters, I don't really care too much about them because I think they're both, I don't know. This set, I think, came with stud shooters, the 2019. I don't remember, but I do think they came with stud shooters, and if so, that is -1 point. And this had, at the time, the new blasters, so that'd be +1. Now, if this set didn't have stud shooters, I'd be like, oh, alright, that's fine. But still, pretty sure it did because it was released last year. And I don't like stud shooters. And I'm like 90% sure it came with stud shooters. Another thing that was kind of cool with this one is you could fit the blasters in this piece right here. And I guess you can here, but it's not as cool. Alright, so this video is probably getting really long. But that is the comparison between these two, and we're going to go over the totals. This is the total. Just by barely 1 point, the original wins. Just barely by 1 point. Alright guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. I know this is probably going to be a really long video, but I really want just my opinion to be out there. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Go follow my Instagram at BigBigWeek50 I just hit 50 followers on Instagram, and I'm actually at 24 subscribers here on YouTube. That is amazing, and thank you guys so much. Also, my Battle Brick Black Hawk review has just reached 75 views at the time of making this video. That's insane. I never thought I'd get 75 views on one video this early. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.